Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. My name is Amista, and I'm here just to pull a few cards, catch up with some regulars, meet some new people. We're going to do a little bit of Reiki tonight, and then we're going to do my favorite spread, which is about what is our best manifestation advice over the next 24 hours. And then after that, we'll read for some of the people that are in the room by then. If I would schedule these live streams, more people would know to come in the room, but I don't do that. So everything is pretty spur of the moment. That's all Uranus and sixth house stuff right there. So, excuse me, it is what it is. I accept who I am. It's all good. It's all good. Spirit made me exactly the way that I am supposed to be, whether other people like it or not. All right, so we're just clearing some cards. We're just getting ready to rock and roll. Then after that, we'll start some Reiki. We'll do 5 minutes of Reiki. After the Reiki, then we'll move on. Manifestation advice and personal readings. Let's clear our clarifiers as well while we're at it. Clear up those clarifiers. And then we'll do the Reiki, and then we'll do some readings. We're just going to have some fun in the room tonight. I love catching up with the regulars. I love meeting new people. If you guys like to have live readings where you can ask questions and get answers, then make sure that you have subscribed or do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know next time I go live. And you can come on in here and join in the fun. All right, so cards are cleared. Let's go ahead and do some Reiki. Actually, let me get my rings off before I start Reiki. That would be wise, wise, wise. Sometimes Reiki can heat things up. That's why you're not supposed to wear jewelry when you do Reiki. And it's interesting because you won't notice your rings melting or changing shape until later. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get going with 5 minutes of Reiki for my people. All right. So, even for those of you who come across this video after it's already been transmitted, you can still receive the Reiki energy. All you have to do is set the intention to receive it. If you have something specific that you would like the Reiki to do, you can ask it to point towards that intention. I am just pointing it towards the intention of whatever is for the highest and best good of whatever viewers stop by. So, and Reiki helps us with so many things. It can help us with our mental and emotional well being, with our spiritual well being, with our physical well being, our financial well being, our relationship well being. I really haven't seen anything that Reiki cannot help us with. So, very interesting. I've got a lot of energy going right now to the, what chakra would that be? I'm going to say it's kind of a combination of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra for somebody, whether that person's here right now or whether they find the video later. I'm feeling some energy really being focused there. That's interesting. So somebody could have some kind of digestive issues that the Reiki is working with, or it could be that with that solar and the sacral chakra, this could have to do with how you express yourself, especially creatively. Especially creatively. Because sacral talks about how things appear to us, feel to us, smell to us, taste to us. Solar is how we express ourselves out in the world. We've got about 2 minutes of Reiki done. That's not very much. This is a micro session. We'll do 3 more minutes. After that, we'll see who's in the room that would like to have a reading, and then we'll go from there. Well, we'll do our manifestation reading first, and then we'll go from there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of you that have been having trouble sleeping, the Reiki can help you to actually get some sleep. It can clear some blockages for that. If you know you have any other type of blockage, you can ask the Reiki to help you work on those blockages. 8:26 Mountain Time. A little late for me, but this might become more my regular time. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've got Reiki going out to somebody's heart chakra right now. Generally, that has to do with how we process emotions in our systems. So, if there's somebody that watches this video later or even that's here now that starts feeling some emotions, just go ahead and acknowledge those emotions and then release them. That's your part of doing the healing here as the Reiki works through some things for you. Someone is really getting a lot of energy in their crown chakra, which has to do with how we interact with the divine or with source or the universe, whatever word you want to put on that energy. So a little Reiki going into the crown chakra. We have about 20 some more seconds of Reiki, and then we will get into some tarot reading. But we're going to finish the Reiki first. All right, that's the end of that Reiki micro session. Let me put my rings back on, and then we're going to go ahead and look at what is our best manifestation advice over the next 24 hours. And then we're going to start reading cards for people in the room that have questions or that want a message from Spirit. So we've got a whole agenda tonight, a whole and complete agenda. All right, one more ring, and then my rings are on. Okay, let's look at our best manifestation advice over the next 24 hours. Everybody be thinking about, what would you like to manifest in your life? What would you like more of? Would you like a better relationship? Would you like an upgraded vehicle, an upgraded job, an upgraded home? A vehicle, a home? What would you like to manifest? Be thinking about that and focus on that while I'm shuffling these cards. Even those of you who stumble across this video later, you can still use this to help you get some good advice on manifestation, because Spirit is not limited by time or by space. Rhonda, hello, hello. Welcome. We're starting off with our manifestation advice. Well, we started off with Reiki. Now we're doing our manifestation advice, and then we'll start doing personal stuff. Okay, what do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? Okay, what on earth? Here's what we have. We have the Eight of Scrolls coming up in reverse. Eight of Scrolls in reverse just talks about this idea of a slowdown in communication. So not a whole lot of text going back and forth. Slow down in communication. For somebody like me, it can be not a lot of orders coming in, slowdowns in communication. We have the Merlin showing up in reverse. This talks about continuing forward. So we have this slowdown in continuation that is continuing forward. This is part of our manifestation advice, folks. Oh my goodness. Now, last card. 6 of spirals in reverse. Well, this kind of tells us why there's this slowdown in communication that is continuing forward, because somebody is working on something. Maybe it's us. Maybe we're not sending out a lot of information because we're working on something. Maybe it's somebody else in our lives that we need to know about this. But the slowdown in communication is happening because we are continuing working, or the other person is continuing to work on something that not only benefits themselves, and definitely, yes, it will benefit themselves, but also benefits other people as well. And they kind of need whoever this is. Maybe it's us, maybe it's somebody else. Depends who you are and what's going on in your life. But either they or we kind of need some quiet time to do that. I know one person in my life like that, and I think I could see how that would apply to me too, actually, in a different kind of way. All right. So Ms. Rhonda would like a message from Spirit. We're going to go ahead and pull a message from Spirit for Rhonda. If anybody else in the room has any questions, please put those in the chat box. If you don't have questions and you just want to see what Spirit has to say to you, put message from Spirit in the chat box. That way I've got things lined up. So as soon as I'm done with Ms. Rhonda, then I can move on to the next person who would like a little bit of a reading. These are going to be just super short readings, just one question or one message from Spirit. Okay, so Rhonda, message from Spirit. Everybody else be on the lookout for a piggyback message. Sometimes Spirit will put your message on the back of somebody else's message. I have seen that happen many hundreds of times, actually. I've been reading since 2012, so this is not my first circus. Okay, Rhonda Williams. Rhonda, actually, do you know Wanda Williams? Is she a relation to you? It just now dawned on me why your name seems so familiar. No? Okay. All right. Funny that you guys' first name rhymes. All right. So here's what we have showing up for you. First of all, we've got the 6 of Scrolls coming up in reverse. 6 of Scrolls in reverse talks about making some kind of lifestyle change. And it's kind of bittersweet, whatever this lifestyle change is. Maybe if you're giving up sugar, that can be very bittersweet, right? Literally. I didn't even mean to make it literal. But what do we have crossing this? We have the 3 of Spirals in reverse. Look at that. That's taking everything moment by moment by moment. My goodness, are we at an AA meeting? Making some kind of lifestyle change where we're giving something up that's kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I really can do this. And taking it moment by moment by moment by moment. Telling you, I feel like I'm at an AA meeting right now. Let's see what else comes up. Boo-ba-da-doo-doo. Oh, okay, that's where I know you from. Thank you for that. I tell people all the time that, well, you know what? I haven't said it as much lately because I guess I'm hoping to be working away from that, but I'm not very good with faces or names. So people do have to remind me who they actually are, where I know them from very often. That is kind of normal for me. It's not personal. It's just how my brain is. Okay, so let's look at your best advice or heads up here with this lifestyle change that we're taking moment by moment. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. This is some pretty specific advice, actually. We've got the Chariot showing up in reverse. This is like, don't go anywhere. If you're thinking about going somewhere, don't do it. Day, don't do it. Why? Why? Because there's lots of distractions there that can throw you off course with this, whatever this lifestyle change is. And it makes it an extra challenge to focus on your goals, on your targets. And so when you've got the Strength card coming up, this just talks about your good self-esteem. This says that, if you avoid all this temptation and don't go around it, then that actually helps your self-esteem because gosh, I heard Spirit say, "You survive another day." I don't think that's literal. Let me say right there, I don't think that's literal. But as far as your goals, working towards your goals and your targets, I think you do survive another day. And look, that really fits in with this idea of we're taking things moment by moment. We're just being in the moment right now. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense for you, honey bunny. I don't know really exactly what your lifestyle change is, but definitely you don't want to go around distractions that are going to take you off course because you're only going to feel bad if you do that. You're going to feel bad about yourself. And if you stay away from those distractions, you feel good about yourself. We like feeling good about ourselves. Anybody else in the room that has a question, please type it in the chat. Or if you want a message from Spirit, please put message from Spirit in the chat and I'll be happy to read for you. There's Miss Izzy. Izzy. All right, my friend. Ooh, thank you for the thumbs up. Miss Izzy, do you have a question for me today or do you want a message from Spirit? Being present is so important, isn't it? Oh, you had another interview? Yay! Okay. Yay! Izzy wants to know, will she get the job that she just interviewed for today? Will she get that job? Will she get that job? Hello there, Crows Shows. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? Will Izzy get that job that she just interviewed for today? I think you should keep putting resumes out. I think you should keep putting resumes out. It's interesting though. Are you doing some stuff on the side to kind of supplement things while you're looking for this other job? It was Monday. Oh, well, that's important. I put the wrong day down here. Let's recheck that. Okay. Are you getting really tired because of your 2 part-times? And the reason I'm asking that is because I'm looking at this poor person. Doesn't she look exhausted? They're stressful then. There's all this stress of trying to make ends meet if that's not tired. Okay, so here's what's coming up, Izzy, on this. First, the way I did it already with the one for today. This talks about the idea of not really feeling like you have a choice except to break free, do something that heals your heart. This is about doing something independent or self-sufficient. That's why I was asking if you were doing something on the side, like your own thing type of thing. And then the 9 of Scrolls, like I said, this can be exhaustion, but it also can be stress. And look at all the scrolls there. You could be exhausted from just trying to find a job and putting out all those resumes that are on the ground there. All right, let's look and see about the one Monday. Will Izzy get the job that she interviewed for Monday, which is what I should have asked to start with. I want to pick up these cards. If we get the same exact cards, I'm going to know. Well, Spirit knew the deal anyway. Crows Shows. We'll talk. We'll talk. All right, let me focus on Izzy. Monday's job interview. Will she get the job? Will she get the job from Monday's job interview that she's thinking of right now? Are you serious? I'm gonna say no. Look at this. Look at this. My first 3 cards are the same cards that we had from the first spread, but they're flipped. So Monday is interesting because we do have a choice there. We have chill, relax. We have the 3 of swords. This is definitely a no. We have the death card in reverse, which says no change. This is basically saying that these cards don't change anything from what we looked at last time. And we have our page of spirals in reverse, which is, for me, this is a no-go message from somebody. So I don't think you're getting the job from Monday. Archano Ray. Hello, hello, welcome. Okay, so crows shows. By the way, guys, I do a newsletter where I do predictions for every sign every single week. You can go to my website and sign up for that if you want. My website is down below. Let's see. Message regarding the letter I just sent to several people I love. Okay, well, I don't think you want a message about the letter you sent because you know what it says. Any info on the persons involved, being a fly on the wall kind of energy. What may I know about the situation? Okay, so here's where it gets kind of tricky for me because you're saying that you sent this letter to several people and you want their reactions. What I do here for free is I do like 1 question per person. And so if you sent this letter to several people, there could be different reactions. And if I try to ask like that, they may come up all jumbled together, which is going to be kind of useless. Or we can ask about like maybe the most key player and their reaction to that letter if you want. Or we can ask what is going to be the ultimate outcome of that letter being sent, maybe. We need to find some way where I'm not getting, several different energies all in the same spread, and I don't know exactly how to sort them out. See what I mean? You're still keeping all those people in that question. You're not hearing me, honey. I don't want all those energies all in one question. For something like that, I would say, what did Gabriella think of this? What did Israel think of this? What did Joseph think of this? I don't want to ask what did everybody, because then I'm going to get like a mishmash. Okay. That's fair enough. Okay, so let's see. I already took care of Izzy. We took care of Rhonda. Seemed like there was somebody else in here asking for something besides crows. Oh, yes. Okay. Archana Rao. I hope I'm saying your name right. Let's see. When will Srinivas Rao connect with me? Does he love me? So that's 2 questions. What do you really want to know? Does he love you, or when will he connect with you? What do you really want to know, honey? That is fantastic, Izzy. Totally did not show up on the cards. I am so glad you got it. Congratulations. Okay, when will he connect? Okay, so Archana wants to know, when will he connect? Let's see. And Nancy wants a card. I swear I really did smudge earlier today. Maybe Spirit just wanted to surprise you. I don't know. That's wild. I am not used to having something that directly contradicted. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so Archana. When will Srinivas connect with her? When will he connect with her? So I'm going to say, when will he interact with you? I think that he's going to interact with you within the next 2 weeks, closer to the end of that time frame. However, I do notice that when I tell people a time frame, a lot of times they speed it up just because they're focused on it. But for right now, I'm going to say within the next week and a half to 2 weeks. Guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video if it's helpful for you. Please, please, and thank you. Let's see. Okay. What will Charlie do about the big reveal that Crows shows revealed in her letter? Crows shows, what's your real first name, honey? Is it Cheryl? I want to make you a Cheryl, but tell me your real name because I use those to connect, please. Just your first name, not the whole thing. Your first name is Crow. Oh, I love your mom. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, Charlie. So, what will Charlie actually do about the big reveal that Crow shared within the letter that she's thinking of, that she sent out? What will Charlie actually do? Boopity doo. What will he do? I put some cards in here backwards. All right, let's just play this out. What will he do? All right, well, he's going to be focused. That's for sure. He's going to be focused. Did you tell them that you're having a baby or something? Like, what is he focusing? He's getting ready for something here. All right, first of all, let's start at the start. Start at the start. 10 of Stones says that he's going to meet some kind of goal, or maybe he sees this reveal as meeting some kind of goal that adds to his stability and security. Okay. Now, Hardy the Hunter is a very interesting card, especially considering I don't know the context of this letter, so it's hard for me to say exactly what it means. So I'm going to tell you the different things that it could mean, and then you can put it into context. Hello there, Teresa. Okay, so Hardy the Hunter talks about working together towards a common goal, even though maybe the people working together might not always be able to focus on a common goal so easily. Here we see them successfully working together towards some kind of common goal or some kind of common target. Now, here's my focus card, my 6 of mirrors. Normally she's my daydreamer, but she's in reverse. So now she's not daydreaming. She's focusing on what can she do to make the situation good. And we have my 9 of spirals. My 9 of spirals is my windbag card. You can see why. I mean, it's obvious there. It's also my card that talks about getting prepared for something. This is what made me say, like, did you tell them we're having a baby? Because this is getting ready for something. And part of getting ready for something is a lot of communication, communication, communication. Maybe this is, what color do you want the nursery to be, dear? Let me go get the paint. Does it have to be that? I really don't know what's in your letter, but definitely there's a lot of talk and a lot of preparation for something that you revealed here. And you're going to have to tell me what was in this letter after I finish this up, because I'm totally curious. Inquiring minds want to know now. And then we have the 7 of spirals in reverse. The 7 of spirals says that where somebody might have had their defenses up, or they might have had boundaries, or they might have been like kind of crusty on the outside. Now we see them softening up a little bit. That's what we see there. So tell me, what did you reveal in the letter? Now you have to tell me. I can't wait to hear more. I'm almost holding my breath over here. Teresa White, if I did not say hello to you, hello. Guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video if you would. So far, there's only 1 thumbs up, and I've read for a few people. We should have more than that. I've read for 4 people so far. Told him how much I loved him, and also about how his best friend. Oh. Whoa. Wow. This friend is horrible. I'm just rereading this, like, trying to process this whole thing. Like, wow. Wow. So first, he abused you, and then he tried to ruin the connection? Can we say jealous best friend? Like, severely, and mental health not in the room at all for this person? Holy Toledo. Wow. No wonder you wanted to know about that. Okay. Jen Davies, glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. I bet you we can fit you in for a message. Is Andrew with you as well? Okay, so Nancy has a question. What are Oscar's feelings for Nancy? And so here's what I always say about feelings. And Nancy, I don't know if you've heard me say this yet or not, but if you haven't, you will 1,000 times more, I'm sure. Feelings are very transient. So I'm going to look at the feelings, but 20 minutes from now, they could be completely out of date. All right. What are Oscar's feelings towards Nancy? You're quite welcome, Crow. Thank you for stopping by in the room. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to catch me again. And also, I've got weeklies out on this channel that popped today for next week, and this week's are out as well. Okay, so I thought so, Jen. Oscar's feelings for Nancy are, ooh, this is interesting and confusing. What the hell? I feel like I should have one of those signs on the top of my forehead that just kind of shows like my reaction to the cards without me even having to say anything. Interesting, confusing. What the hell? All right, so Nancy. 8 of Cups in reverse. This is I'm walking back, baby. I walked away and now I'm walking back. Walking back to something that left me feeling depleted or exhausted before, but I'm walking back. I've got a plan. I think I know how we can make it work this time. At least I hope they've got a plan. That's implied. Why else would they be walking back? Now, this is where it starts to be a head spinner. We've got the Lovers card in reverse. They feel like you guys are not together. They're walking back. They're walking back. You guys are not together. That's a little contradictory. Just saying. Okay, I would get that if this card came up first and then we had walking back, then that would say we're not getting along. I can't stand his ass. We cannot even be on the same page. Nope, bye-bye. And now he's walking back. This is backwards to me. We're walking back and then we're broke up. Are you taking him back? Are you like, no, I'm tired of your stuff. I am sick, sick, sick of your shit. Is that what's going on here? I don't even know. Okay. And then behind the lovers, look what we have. We have the 10 of spirals. 10 of spirals for me. Okay. So I think you guys are going backwards. This is what I think is happening. You guys probably have broken up. Well, you've already told me that you have. You've got the 8 of mirrors. I see him walking back. He feels like walking back. But 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 you're broken up. So he's walking back, but you're still broken up. But we have the 10 of spirals, which says he doesn't want to get together to the level that you guys were together to before. Whatever that level was, this is backing it back a notch or 2 or 3. This is like the beginnings of some kind of exclusive relationship. We are not engaged. We are not living together. We are just we've agreed to get to know each other. That's what this is. Well, apparently his head is all over the place too. It sounds like y'all are mirroring each other. That's what I would say. Now, let's see. Jen and Andrew. Okay, Jen first and then Andrew. I think he wants to come back and get back together. I don't think he wants to get back together at the same level that you guys were before. He may want to like start over, kind of. You're quite welcome. Just see if you guys can make it work. That's kind of how I feel about that. All right, Jen's message from Spirit. How come I still have cards that are flipped over? Excuse me while I sort my deck. Because I use reversals, but I don't use cards that are flipped over to where the front's where the back should be and vice versa. And I don't know how this even happened in my deck. And it's not cool. Of course, now I can't find them. I just saw them while I was shuffling. Anybody want to tell a good ghost story while I look through my cards? There we go. Is that all of them? There was 4 of them altogether. Facing the wrong way. Okay. Okay, back to shuffling for Jen's message from Spirit. Here we go. Ooh, new thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. All right, message from Spirit. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I did drop weeklies. If you guys haven't seen the weeklies yet, those dropped today. And of course, the weeklies for this week were already out last week. All righty, Jen. Jen. Soulful. Hello, hello. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so Soulful, if you have a question, put that in the chat box. If you don't have a question, but you want a little tiny reading, I will look and see what Spirit wants to say to you. You can just put message from Spirit in the chat box. Jen, what you have is the 10 of stones coming up in reverse. This says that you are looking for ways to increase your stability and security. We're covered by the 7 of stones, which is payday. So basically looking to increase your paydays so that you can increase your stability and security. I don't know why I'm saying paydays like that, but it flows. So we're going to take it. All right. Best advice or heads up that we have. Look at this. 3 of stones. This talks about collaborations with other people. Sometimes that's clients. Sometimes it's other light workers. And we have the Temperance card in reverse. This can talk about things being a little bit out of balance. And because it's behind the collaborations, this can talk about things might be a little out of balance on the collaborations Oh, it might be time to raise your prices, because we end up with the Five of Stones in reverse. Five of Stones in reverse says that I am getting some relief from not having enough resources. So if your collaborations are out of balance, and notice I talked about clients for collaborations, if your collaborations are out of balance on energy where you're energetically giving more than they're giving you, then it might be time to actually start charging what is a fair price in today's market value. Hello there, Chandni. Welcome, welcome. Hope that makes sense for you, my friend. Today's your grandma's birthday. Let's see. I need to put in soulful on the list. And then Teresa White. Glad you're here, my friend. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises. I'll check in with her and see. You're quite welcome, Jen. I am doing sequentially. So that means that we just did Jen. Next, we're doing Andrew. Then we're doing Soulful. And then is Teresa White. Timmy Bambi. Glad to see you here. I think you're a Capricorn, my Capricorn friend. All right, so let's see. Andrew, message from Spirit. Once we hit an hour, I'm going to cut off readings. Right now I'm sitting at 41 minutes according to my timer. 41 minutes and 41 seconds. Andrew. But I'll keep adding people to the list, and then I'll just keep going until we run out of time. Or until there's no people that want to be on the list anymore. But I am not going to be in a hurry, just so y'all know. For me, this is free time when I come here to hang out with y'all. This is my time to goof around and just have fun. So I don't rush through these readings like I rush through a reading whenever we're doing private and you guys are paying me by the minute. Then I rush through. But for now, this is my time to do my fun stuff. I thought so. Okay, Chan-mi, I'm going to add you to the list because you asked for a message from Spirit. All right. Andrew. Here we go. Star card coming up in reverse. Not feeling very hopeful about something. Eight of Spirals. Talking all about it. Chit-chatting about this thing. This is short messages going back and forth about something that you're not feeling very hopeful about. Law of Attraction would say, if you're not feeling very hopeful about it, shut up. Don't talk about it. Zip your lips. Because if you're not feeling very hopeful about it, you can't say anything very good about it, and you're putting all that vibration out there to the universe. Blah, 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 coming right out of your mouth. It's not helping you, man. Let's see what your best advice is. Advice or heads up. You got some strong advice or heads up. Look at this. Ooh, yeah, baby. First of all, you've got the Sorceress showing up, Andrew. This just tells me that you know how to manage energy. You know how to manage your words. What I'm telling you is not new news. You know how to do this. Look at this, baby. You got the Empress. Okay. So the Empress talks about manifesting those things that you really want to manifest by being receptive. Saying to the universe, wouldn't it be great if, and then just getting out of the way so you're not blocking it from coming in. And then we have the Four of Mirrors showing up in reverse. Four of Mirrors in reverse says that, yeah, there might be something that's disappointing. Well, guess what? Of course there is, because there's some momentum going towards that disappointing thing. Like Abraham Hicks says, hang on, it'll be over soon. But you've got the Four of Mirrors. It says something disappointing comes out of this. And it says, don't have a pity party. Look around for the new opportunity that comes out and move forward with that instead, because you're manifesting that new opportunity. You're getting your words straight. You know how to manipulate your vibrations and your energies. This is basically Spirit giving you that heads up. Get it together, man. I hope that makes sense for you. All right, so let's see here. Thank you, Grand Rising. Very cool. And FJ, I don't know about that. La da da da. Hello there. Aw, thank you. You're trying to get it together. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so let's see here. Grand Rising. How are Isa and FJ related to you? Is one of them an ex or something like that? What's going on there? Because I do have standards about who I look at. So we're going to talk about that a little bit before I add you to the list. And then who else do we have here? M has a question. I don't know if I'm going to get to you, M. I'm going to be here about 14 more minutes. Let's see. FJ is your ex. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not going to ask about exes. I'm going to ask about current romantic interest, people you're dating, something like that. But otherwise, I feel like I'm kind of a psychic peeping Tom. If you want to know what's coming in your love life, if you want to know, is so and so going to come back into my love life and it's an ex? Yes. But how them and their new person are doing is not something I'm okay with. Let's see. Soulful. Now, that question I will be happy to look at, Grand Rising, as long as I have time for it. So, Soulful, I think, just wanted a message from Spirit. All right. And here's the deal with messages from Spirit. A lot of times, Spirit piggybacks somebody else's message on top of a message from Spirit. So if you notice that this message is resonating with you at the start, then make good use of the end of it as well. If it's not resonating, don't try to make it fit. Oh, you asked about MF's feelings for you. Okay. Tell me your first name, Soulful, and tell me the other person's first name, please. I like to use first names to connect for my readings. Oh, let me write down Tammy. Your question just slipped right by me. Tammy, whenever I looked at your question, what popped up in my mind was an old gravel road, like what I used to walk down, like gravel driveways and stuff when I was a kid to get to people's houses and buy milk. I know it makes me sound like I'm really old. I used to live out in the country, though. I don't see when I look at this gravel road, I get the impression of two people walking along it holding hands, but I don't see you guys being going in the same direction together for very long. I think that this is a pretty short-lived thing. Let's see. Muhammad and Cieda. I hope I'm saying that correctly. All right, so what are Muhammad's feelings towards Cieda? What are Muhammad's feelings towards Cieda, please? Show me Muhammad's feelings towards Cieda. And by the way, feelings are very, very transitory. They might be out of date in like 20 minutes even sometimes. Whoa. 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 What happened here? I've got Kali. This is destruction. This is Mars energy. Two of spirals. I don't think he feels like there's any choice. The destruction has already happened. Six of mirrors in reverse. Like this was this hurt him. This injured him. He has bad memories from that. Um, I think you guys are fresh off of a fight, and if you're not fresh off of a fight, then he just deeply, deeply took this in as pain. I would say you're fresh off of a fight. He's hurt. He's a hurting unit. That's what I would say. That's how he feels. He's hurting. That tower talks about sudden and thorough destruction. Well, maybe the family brought in the tower, but it was not. I mean, that was huge. That was huge Mars energy that showed up there. Okay, Teresa White. Are you still in the room, Teresa? Teresa, and then M is up to bat after Teresa. M, I'm going to need to know your first name, honey, and I think you had a question. You're quite welcome. Okay, so Teresa, and we said your grandmother, right? Your grandmother or your mother? Now I'm getting confused. Oh, your first name is Mina. Okay, thank you. And can you put your question back in chat again so I don't have to scroll through and find it? Oh, that's your name. Okay. Actually, you don't have to put it in there because I can still see it. You're cool. Let's see. Grandma. All right. Did I miss you, Chandni? No, I haven't missed you yet. It's not your turn yet. Okay, so Teresa. Or I mean, yeah, Teresa. What was your grandma's first name, honey? Wow. Did your grandmas get along in like physical 3D life? Did they meet each other and did they get along? Because they're showing me I've got two grandmas standing in front of me right now that have they have their arms locked together. Wilma, she went by Bill. Well, I think you're getting a double visitation, actually. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, they could meet over on the other side too and become close friends because they both have an interest in the grandkids. That could have happened, but they're showing me they're standing together and they've got like I don't know if I can do this just by myself, but they've got like arms are like this, like with each other. And so each of them ends up with like a hand on the other one's arm, like standing next to each other, almost like solidarity, like more than like we're the two grandmas, like we're the two sisters. Yeah, one of them is telling me if I come, she comes, and if she comes, I come. One of them, maybe both of them, likes everything to be really fair between the two grandmas. To them, it doesn't even like I don't even have an acknowledgement of a birthday. It's just it's only fair that if one talks to you, the other talks to you. They're saying that they try to keep everything fair, and I imagine this happened in 3D life too. They try to keep everything fair between the two of them so that nobody gets their feelings hurt. They both care about each other's feelings, and so they look out for each other's feelings even though they're from two different sides of the family. I totally get the sense that, like, if you did something nice or your mom or your dad did something nice for one of them, they would be like, "Did you do this for so and so? You need to do this for so and so too. How come they're not here?" Talking about the other grandparent. They're telling me that they're excited, but it's nobody's birthday over here. They're telling me that we celebrate birthdays different here. You would call them the anniversary of the death there. For them, that's their birthday over there. They get a new birthday when they cross over. What is this feeling I'm getting? Oh my goodness. One of these ladies had to be super spiritual, if not both of them, because I'm just like, my whole body is going into meditation pose, which it does naturally when I meditate. Like, I don't try to make it do that. There's a certain thing, like my body, my chin will go up and I'll just be really relaxed. Yeah, they're telling me that they want you to focus more on your spiritual practice. They're telling me that actually your spiritual practices have slipped lately that you do personally for your own self, and they want you to start focusing more on your own spiritual practices. They're saying also that they love you, which is, that's pretty normal. But they're also saying that they can come visit you as you do more focus more on your spiritual practices again, that they'll be able to come visit you much more easily than lately, and they will come visit you. The more you get into meditation and the more you focus on your spiritual practices, they'll be happy to come visit you, especially if you call for them, but even if you don't. It's funny what I'm getting because 'cause they're saying that she's our angel, she's our precious, and they're saying that, um, you're their hope. I don't know if you're, like, the only grandchild or what, but they're saying that you're their hope because you have abilities. I think both of these ladies have abilities, but, what is she your hope for? Just the idea that you exist and that you have spiritual abilities yourself is what they're talking about with your hope, as far as I can tell, or their hope, that you are their hope. When I try to dig in and question them about that, they just say, "There's much work to be done. All hands on deck," is what one of them is saying to me. "We need all hands on deck." We have spiritual warriors. Um, mm, I love this. We have spiritual warriors lining up here. She's saying lining up. I think I would probably say getting into formation because of the Air Force. The imagery that I'm getting when she says lining up is like when we used to fall into formation when I was in the Air Force in basic training. Um, but she's saying that they have a spiritual army up there that is lining up, and, um, she's reminding me as above, so below. Spiritual army here too is being activated more and more and really growing and becoming more and more activated all the time. And this is important for you, for your reading, because you are a part of that spiritual army that is not being activated because you've already been activated, but being accelerated. When I ask about a direction for you, about what direction you should be pointing with your spiritual warriorness, they're saying that your intuition will absolutely lead the way. You'll see the situations arise right in front of you, and you will know exactly what you're to do. You'll know exactly what your position is in those situations. And now I'm done. I hope that makes sense for you. Yeah, grief will push you one way or the other. That's for sure. All right, well, that was pretty intense. All right. That was actually an hour. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. And that was Chandni was next on the list. You guys, if you have not subscribed and if you have not hit that notification bell so you can catch me live one of the next times I come live, then I would advise it. I can't get to everybody every night, but if you get in here early enough to get earlier on the list, then you would be okay. You're quite welcome. Ooh, she took me straight into my meditation posture, probably stronger than I've been in for a while. I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" Because usually when I'm channeling somebody that's crossed over, that's not part of the deal. That's usually just for me when I'm meditating. Okay, so Chandni, are you still in the room? You're gonna have to let me know if you are. Yep. I mean, did you even hear my breathing even changed when I was channeling her? I see that you are here, M. If Chandni doesn't say something soon, then you will be next. Here's Chandni. Okay. Yes, throw your question out here the way you want to ask it. I like the spiritual warfare. I mean, that's happening. That's a real thing. That's happening. And definitely, it's all hands on deck. She's right about that. It is definitely time for all hands on deck. No, I'm not going to do another medium reading right now, baby. That takes more energy for me than tarot. I'm not going to start doing those back to back here. If you want a reading like that, you can always schedule a private reading with me. But I'm not going to start making my live streams be all about those. I don't have the energy to do that in a live stream for multiple people. What was your original question? We'll do that one. Do, 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 do. A message from spirits. Okay. All right. This is what we're doing. We're doing a message from spirit for Chandni. Part of that is because I was already tired before I logged on. And I know if I do another one, you guys are going to be watching me snooze. You're going to be like, look, Amista snores really loud. I would rather not do that on a live stream. Okay. Message from spirit for Chandni. Chandni. Very cool, Teresa. Yeah, I used to not do these at all. And then whenever you said that, I was like, oh, one won't hurt. Like at all on the live stream. All right, Chandni. Yep. That's what I'm working on for you right now, baby girl. All right. Oh, okay. Chandni, what do we have here? Oh, I don't like your message. Here, put on your hard hat and your safety belt, honey bunny. So we're starting off with the 5 of Mirrors. The 5 of Mirrors talks about feeling a little bit left out, a little bit pushed to the side, maybe even wishing that you had, um, yeah, feeling a little bit left out, let's put it that way. Disappointed. And what do we see you're disappointed by? Well, we've got Mott showing up in reverse. Somebody has made a decision whenever it comes to you that's disappointing, but not only is it disappointing, it's also a decision that was made in some kind of corrupt way. Maybe they didn't have all the information, maybe they were biased or prejudiced, but somebody made some type of decision in a corrupt way and it left you feeling disappointed. Best advice or heads up around this decision? Interesting. I don't know if this is the person that made the decision or not, but I kind of suspect that it is. This is a Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who may be younger than you, but they have a lot of earth in their chart. They're very aware of physical 3D reality, and they're also pretty good at putting together some kind of budget and following through with it. I think this person may be the one that made this unfair decision that was so disappointing. Advice or heads up? I'm not sure this is advice as much as it's heads up. I think when you found out about it, or when you do find out about it, if you haven't already, I think you're throwing an unholy fit. This is that water sign type of fit, somebody who's really empathic, like they just pretend everything's okay. They paste on that smile and pretend everything's fine, even though inside something is really chewing them up, but they don't want to rock the boat or make waves. Okay. And then what happens is finally one day somebody puts that last straw on the camel's back and they totally have a volcanic emotional explosion, because they're not just exploding about that one thing, they're exploding about all the stuff that added up to it as well. So if this person has made an unfair decision that disappoints you, this is you just losing your stuff. Okay. Are you losing it to their face? I don't know. Maybe you're going in your room and maybe you're punching pillows. Or maybe you're standing right in front of them and telling them exactly what you think. I'm not exactly sure how you're playing this out, but you definitely are having a strong emotional reaction. And then we have the 6 of Wands coming up here, the 6 of Spirals. This is interesting because it says this strong emotional reaction really gets somebody else's attention, and then they start to realize a little bit more truth about that situation. Will they reverse that decision? I'm not sure, but they may soften that decision some way. Maybe reverse, but definitely soften, because they're starting to appreciate your position around that decision. You have your younger sister-in-law. All right, my friend. Well, it is time for me to get out of here. It is what time? 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time here. That's not that late, but I'm whooped. So I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Remember, if you haven't subscribed and you want to catch another live like this, do so. Hit the notification bell and make sure your notifications are turned on your phone or your device. Also, if you want my newsletter where I do predictions for every sign every week, you can find that at my website listed down below in the description box. Also, if you want a private reading, I do offer those. Or if you want a 1 question or 2 question, well, that's also a private reading, but it's recorded. I offer those as well. So check out all the stuff I offer, see if any of it is something that would fit you or not, and at least sign up for the newsletter. Okay. Thank you guys very much for being here. Everyone have a wonderful night. Peace out.